welcome to UK Barn Finds. We're back at East Anglian Motor Auctions today. They've got their sale on Saturday the 24th of June. It's Tuesday today, so not long to go now. We have featured a few of their barn find cars, and we'll put a link in the description below so you can have a look at that. But we've come back today just to have a look around the 50 or so cars that they've got coming up for sale this weekend, and also the motorbikes. I'm here with Tristram, who's in charge of not just putting the auction together, he's also the auctioneer. Hello,
yes.
Tristram.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm good, mate, thanks. But
good.
What have you done to the weather? We came here last time, it was glorious. We're hiding indoors at the moment. You and I, in a moment, we're going to have to venture outside there.
I know, yeah.
Because this is a very busy auction centre. Now, every auction centre is different. This place is vast. They have a modern auction going through today, budget cars.
Yep.
On Thursday, am I right in thinking you've got a general...
More cars as well.
And then they might let you actually get your cars all together in one place, ready for Saturday.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
We're going to be scattered around the place. We're going to show you around. It's probably good, actually, because you get a view of the whole place. You'll probably spot some other cars that aren't classic and retro at the corner of your eyes. If you do see anything you like, pop it in the comments below. We always read them and we'll try and reply. But we're going to start now. We're going to have a look at the cars inside. There are a few of them here in the motorbikes. Tristram is going to tell us a little bit about them. And then, fingers crossed, the rain is going to vanish and we'll pop outside and we'll show you around there. Come on, let's go. So we're going to start indoors because it is still raining, and we're going to start where they keep the kind of premium cars, not normally our fodder. We tend to be down the bottom end of the market. But there are some lovely cars in here already. And we're going to start off with this 1988 Toyota Supra, which is absolutely gleaming white. It's beautiful. Tristram, what can you tell me about this car?
Gentleman who's put it in the sale has had it several years. He did actually book it into a previous sale, but basically got worried because he didn't want to sell it.
That's common, isn't it?
Got remorseful and I'm not going to sell it. And then he's now spent a load of money on it, servicing, and he's then decided actually time to go now, and he's not very happy about seeing it go. He's also going to come to the sale just so he can see it go to its new owner.
So what I would say, I've just read between the lines there, if you want to buy a nice Supra, and this is the one for you, buy it this time before he does change his mind. Get a good bid in, don't hang around, because this guy, it's quite often the case though, isn't it?
We do get.
I know from speaking to yourself and other auctioneers, sometimes you're nurturing these sales for a long period of time, aren't you?
Sometimes, you'll get people, they'll say, I definitely want it in, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm not sure, and it's a case of just like keeping in touch with them and nurturing them, and then eventually they'll hopefully put them in the sale, and we'll rehome them and everyone will be happy. So.
Exactly. So that's hopefully what's going to happen with this one. We're going to move on to another beautiful white car now. Totally different era. Rover.
Yes.
Rover.
That's a Rover 75.
75. Do you know the year? Roughly?
I believe it's about a 1940. Let me have a look. Gosh. 1948. Sorry,
1948.
Thought it was a 49, but it's a 48.
And obviously a well-loved car.
Yes,
Do you ever drive these yourself?
I'm not sort of, I don't drive the older sort of cars too much, but they've got such an appeal to them, and they do look really great when you see them driving down the road and going to club events and shows as well.
Potentially a wedding car as well.
Definitely.
I mean, we're used to seeing, like I keep mentioning, barn findy ones, old ones. This one's actually been looked after, maintained, and kept in decent condition. So moving swiftly on, a car that everyone will recognise, Mini Cooper. Now, it's hard to say that every auction should have one of these because they're not that easy to get hold of.
No, that's right.
You must have been quite excited when somebody said, we've got a genuine
Mini Cooper,
Cooper for sale. Now, this is, we said
1968.
1968.
998cc.
998cc. I don't know if Claire wants to have a quick look inside. I can just open the door for you, Claire. When I work out how to do it. Because that is absolutely spotless in there. Beautiful car, absolute icon. Have you had a drive in this one, Tristram?
Sorry?
Have you had a drive in this one?
Yes, driven it around the car park. It's quite nice around there, so yeah, definitely.
So you're going to be bidding?
No. No.
Beautiful. Thanks for popping the bonnet, because we can see, I mean, that's a show car, surely. I'm guessing a lot of these cars will be sold with a reserve,
Yes,
but
they
they
will,
tend to be like a sensible reserve, don't they?
Yeah.
Because you want to get them sold.
That's right. And even if they don't hit the reserve, we tend to record the bid and then obviously talk to the vendor.
Yeah.
And see if obviously they'll accept the bid as well.
Yeah,
So.
and sometimes you get people who weren't even here or bidding will ring up
Yeah.
and say, oh, I see that didn't sell.
Yeah, it happens after the sale. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, something totally different. Lomax. It's a kit car
It's a Citroen 2CV sort of base kit car, yeah. So,
in a different outfit, basically.
Yeah.
So it's got a 2CV engine,
So,
has it?
yeah, it's a 2CV engine, yeah, Lomax engine,
And
yeah.
we're going to look at the motorbikes in a minute.
Yes, yep.
I was having a little chat to you before we started. You're obviously a bit of a lunatic. Tris thinks this would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome as it is, but he thinks that'd be awesome with a Hayabusa engine in there.
Yeah. Take some controlling, but
It would be fun though, wouldn't it? Certainly a great track car.
Yeah.
And a three-wheel, I've only just looked at the rear end. Three-wheeler.
yeah.
I've never driven a three-wheeler, but from what I've seen, they actually handle fine. It's just that getting your head around the fact
Yeah.
that a car's only got three wheels is a bit off. That is a lot of fun. I've got no idea. I don't want to put you on the spot, so don't worry, but have you got an idea of what the reserve is, the guide price?
Well, it'd probably be about £1,000, £1,500, I'd have thought.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Can we buy it? Claire, please. Honestly, that's...
It's a real hoot anyway.
Yeah,
for
smiles
somebody.
per miles, something like that is great. Don't sort of strike it off your list just because it's a bit different. Add it on your list because it's a bit different, because that is awesome.
Yep.
And finally indoors, Triumph TR6. Now these are nice, aren't they?
Yep.
These are, and this to me is, well, should be the star car of the auction to me. What you're seeing around us is obviously they've got an auction in about 2 hours.
Yep.
These guys have a job to do. They're getting ready. Don't worry about it. That's what they do for a living, and they're obviously doing a good job. So don't worry about that. Do we know anything about this car? Or I don't, but do you?
The gentleman who has put this in has had it for like 30 odd years.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's reluctantly selling it because he's now getting to an age where he needs something with a bit more comfort.
Yeah.
He recently went on a long drive in it, and because he's slightly older, it sort of he
it's
wants
time
something
to
a
let
bit.
go.
Yeah,
And you must hear that story again quite a lot, but you can tell, like the other cars that you've got inside here, that this hasn't just been sat in a garage and driven occasionally.
No, that's right.
It's been loved in between every single drive.
Yeah.
It's like a baby to its owner. So hopefully this TR6 will do well, because it is absolutely spotless. And we're going to look forward to watching this one. We're going to come up Saturday, hopefully film some of these. Yeah,
it's even got a CB aerial.
I'm wondering what the aerial was. Has it got a CB fitted?
Yeah, apparently when they used to go on their little jaunts, they'd speak to each other in the cars, and
where he's put it then.
Yeah, it's just in the middle with the...
there's a microphone in there. Something we do with green laning
and
things, but I don't think I've ever seen a TR6 with a CB fitted. That's awesome. That takes me right back to my youth. Breaker and all that. So that's good fun. Right, we've had a look inside. Is it a 72 car? Sorry, I just noticed that. Yeah, look at that. So we've got the tax list there. Just to remind us, 1972. Yep. I'm older than this car. I'm into mopeds.
Yeah.
I don't know much about anything bigger than 50cc.
Okay.
We'll take them in order.
Yeah.
But I just can't wait to get to that leader, the aerial leader in the middle, because that to me just looks epic. I love the colour, I love the screen. But let's forget about that.
Yep.
Let's start.
Yeah, BSA Bantam.
Bread and butter.
Yes.
Staple of the British motorbike world. Yep. I do know that much. You see, you often see these come up for sale in a lot worse condition. That doesn't look in bad condition.
No, that's right.
Do you know much about it?
I think the good thing with Bantams is people that have been used to in the 60s riding BSA, like BSA 500, 650s.
Yep.
Now a lot of people are finding that the bigger bikes are a bit too hard to handle and get on the stand and also kick over. So people tend to now, you know, the older generation are going to smaller bikes like BSAs because they're still usable and don't take much room up, and also they're cost effective as well.
So it's having a bit of a resurgence then, really, because they would have been the ones they chucked away in the past when they moved up to the bigger bikes.
100%.
But now they're going the other way around, which makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll start at the back here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's,
what have we got there?
That's a BSA A10. So that's obviously had lots of work done on it. Now, it's got the drop handlebars on it as well. Yeah. So a bit of a cafe racer look. So.
I'm noticing the subtle differences as you're talking. The drop handlebars, it gives it that low down look. Yeah. Next door?
The next one's a BSA Lightning. So that one is just sort of like back in the 60s, a bit of a commuter bike. Right. With a big engine on it.
I was going to say, commuter, look at the size of it. And these similar looking to my untrained eye, are they from the same vendor?
They're very similar, yes they are, yeah.
Yes,
they're both the same vendor.
The styling sort of the same, and the level of the quality of the appearance of them obviously indicates that someone liked those bikes. Now this one, tell me what you can about this, because I'm intrigued by it.
The leader, it's just had a big restoration probably about 10 years ago, and since it's been restored, it's not really been used, it's been stood.
Like a living room
bike.
It's
we've had it running, and it's more like a showpiece rather than, I mean, obviously you could take it on a ride, but if you look under the seat, it's like, and everywhere it's all like new. The paintwork's lovely, so.
It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Kind of, some of me says that it should stay like that, and I get why someone would restore it. Yeah. But then the other half of me says, no, that would look so cool going down the road with a period outfit.
Yeah, one of the open face crash helmets.
Yeah, nice modern safe one though. But with the style of the old bikes. Yeah. What do we got next? The Norton.
Yes.
A name that everyone will recognise.
Yeah, Norton Commando.
A model that everyone will recognise.
Yeah. That's an American import, so we don't really know too much about this, apart from the gentleman lived in America, moved back over into the UK, and brought the bike with him when he came back.
Right, so it hasn't been one of these ones that come over in a container with 900 other bikes.
No.
I see a lot of
just come with his furniture.
No, that's a genuine I like this bike. It's coming home with me. That's nice to hear. I mean, nothing against the people who are bringing them in all the time, but this one does have a bit of history.
Yes,
from there. That's a name I associate, Laverda. Is that how you pronounce it?
Laverda Jota,
I associate that with lots of money. Is that a lots of money bike?
Yeah, probably about £10,000
right,
roughly.
Yes. So I'm kind of learning a little bit about motorbikes.
Yeah.
You know a little bit more about bikes than me. What makes these so sought after?
Just an Italian super bike. They've got such a good following, and also it's just screams 1970s, especially with the colour of it, and they are an iconic bike which are commanding good values, and they seem to forever be going up in value,
And again, that looks like a restored one.
Yes.
I'm assuming. Yeah. Freshly restored? Or?
Yeah, I think it was restored probably about 5 years ago. The gentleman who put it in has had it for about 2 or 3 years. Right. But again, he's sort of finding that because of his age, it's a little bit too hard
It's a big old unit.
It's a very big, heavy bike,
I wouldn't want to move it.
Yeah.
So moving on to the green machine.
Yes.
The incredible Hulk of the range.
Yeah.
Kawasaki.
KL250.
And I understand this one has just come in.
Yes,
it's the end
just
of the row
recently
here.
come in, yeah.
So I'm not going to put you on the spot about it.
Yeah.
Your website will be updated with some details.
Yes, that's right, correct,
so look up the East Anglian Motor Auctions website. We'll put a link to that below.
Yep.
If you want to know more about this will be on there before the auction day.
Yep.
Before the auction day?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Promise?
Yep.
finally on the bikes for that. Have you got, before we get on to the last one,
Yep.
have you got any more bikes coming in?
There's probably 3 or 4 more coming in as well.
Because that's the thing, isn't it? A lot of people, they submit their vehicles.
Yeah.
Don't bother sending you any photos or anything.
Yep.
Day before
Leave
the
it to the
auction.
last minute. Yeah.
So
We do sort of ask now that people get their vehicles submitted and here before Wednesday lunchtime. So,
right. You ask.
Yes.
Yes.
We try.
You can try.
Yeah.
What's the last bike? I haven't even.
A little Francis Barnett 250.
Right. I'll recognise that name again. So these were once a common sight.
Yeah.
But not so much now.
Yeah.
Like all the other bikes.
Yeah. Similar.
Restored at some point.
Yeah. Similar sort of. Similar clientele to the Bantam. So it's going to be something that will probably make £1,000, £1,500. So cheap little run around. So.
I noticed there's no number plate here. Is it road registered?
Yes, it is.
It
yes.
is. It's just
yeah.
that they haven't bothered.
Yeah.
Haven't got round to doing that. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, nice plate as well.
Yeah.
So that's a summary of some of the bikes here. Like
Yep.
I say, if you want to know more about any of them, the Kawasaki or the ones that aren't here, have a look at the East Anglian Motor Auctions website.
Yep.
The sale is on the 24th of June. There'll be details on these here. You can bid online.
Yes, you can come in.
Leave commission bids.
Come here, or you can bid online.
Yeah.
Leave a commission bid, whichever's easiest for you.
They'll do everything they can to help you
Yep.
put the right bid in so that you're getting the right vehicle, the right bike at the right price without overpaying. So give them a call. You never know. There might be a bike for you here. We're going to venture outside in a moment. We're going to take 2 minutes break because if Claire would like to slowly pan around, it's tipping it down. I don't mind. I don't know if Tris minds, but I know that Claire is going to chew my ear off the whole way home if I make her stand outside there right now. So we're going to give it 5 minutes and we'll have a look outside.
Yep.
We've stepped outside. It's still raining, but thankfully we're under a canopy for a few of these cars here.
Yeah.
We're going to run through the ones outside. We're not going to take ages on them. Some of them we've already covered, but I'm just standing here with Tris now going, what the heck? So Tris, what the heck?
This has been entered by a lady whose father made this vehicle. It's based on a Coventry Victor from the 1930s. So it's got a Coventry Victor engine in it, and as you can see, it's unfinished. So I don't know what its fate is going to be. Whether somebody will change it a little bit or add whatever they want to it, but it's unfinished, unusual, and just
These sorts of vehicles were quite a thing, and I know in America they used to like building.
Yes.
Things. I watch American Pickers for my sins, and you quite often come across these specials like this. Another three-wheeler, it'd be absolutely leery. You kind of hope that it would get finished, wouldn't you? But it's like with any auction though, or any sale, whoever buys this, it's up to you what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if it got.
Yeah, we're hoping that it will get finished, but obviously the guy who built it from scratch up to this level took years getting it to this level, but then obviously sadly passed away, and that's how it's been left. So,
right. Well, there you go. That could be of interest. We're going to move over. We have featured this one on our previous video.
Yeah.
We did a little 6 barn finds at East Anglian Motor Auctions. So Mercedes, remind me again, 450
SLC, yeah.
I really need to brush up on some of these models.
Coupe.
It's a nice car in its day. This one does need a bit of attention.
Yeah.
Do you know much about it?
It's been off the road for many, many years, and it's just been sat in a barn, not been really touched for a lot of years, and it's just waiting for. Unfortunately, you get a lot of barn finds that they come into the auction, somebody buys it, and they think, well, I'm going to restore it, and then they sit in a barn for another 10 years, and they come back out, and it's just waiting for somebody to actually take the bull by the horns and actually get it restored. So.
Do you know anyone who does that sort of thing, Claire? I buy a lot of cars and do exactly that, so I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I remember pointing out before, this is the one that's got genuine barn dust on, so there must be a premium in the price somewhere there. Woolsey IX.
Yes. Woolsey IX.
I kept getting this wrong the other day, and I've been dreaming about that ever since for some reason. I hate getting things wrong. I don't mind once, but when you get it wrong a few times, you're kicking yourself. So I kept calling this a Woolsey 8 for some reason.
Yeah, Woolsey
it's
9.
a Woolsey 9.
Yes.
I think it's quite a late one.
Yeah.
I was looking, I did a little bit of Wikipedia research, and yeah, it's quite, is it 1933? Something around that time.
About that, yeah,
around that time. You can check, it's all on the website. I think this is a great project. Like I say, we have featured this in our other video, and there is a link below to that.
Yes.
But I think this, for a car that stood about, I think it was about 40 years.
Yeah.
It's an amazing condition, but they did used to build these cars out of very thick metal, didn't they? These things weigh probably a lot more.
Yeah, they're quite
than a modern car.
Quite a heavy thing. Yeah.
So
I think it's almost wants just recommissioning and leaving with the paintwork that's been probably put on in the 70s, and you know, just running a little bit as it is. You know, because it's And the engine, because we had a look at the engine, and again, it's all complete.
It's all there, it's all there, it's all complete. Carburettor looks fairly clean. It hasn't actually got dirty under there. Just shows the signs of age, but don't we all?
And you can also see how hot the water in the radiator is.
It's incredible, the things they used to have back in the day. Little thermometer there, look. So moving swiftly on, where are the wheels? What's this all about?
This is the original engine for the Dodge, which is one of the non-running cars.
That's that big white one, which we will come to in a little while. So is that being sold with it? Yeah,
that's coming with the original engine, but it's got a later type Ford engine in it.
Excellent.
Just for everyday use.
Yeah, so if someone wanted to put it back to original,
yes, they can. Yeah,
they can do that. That looks fairly substantial.
Yeah, you don't want to put it in the back of your boot.
No.
So.
Do you have a forklift here?
Yes.
They have a forklift. Thank the Lord for that, basically. Another Mercedes we featured the other day.
Yep. 380 SEC.
Do you say SEC or do you say SEC?
No, SEC.
SEC, there you go. I'm learning every day, you see. This man's been around cars for many, many years. I've been around cars many years, but they've always been the ones that I've bought, so I know what they're about.
Yeah.
I've never owned one of these. Have you ever had them?
No, I haven't. No, I know they're a very nice car to drive. They're very big, heavy. You know, obviously something that like a managing director would have bought in the sort
quite an executive
in the 80s.
car,
you know, so yeah.
What do we know about this one?
Again, I think it was off the road for a while, and they MOT'd it and used it tried to use it for a short while, about 5 or 6 years ago, I think.
Right, so fairly recent.
Yeah, but then it's just been sat again. So time gets in the way for some people to actually enjoy them. So
not a massive guide price on this. So
no, it's
so this could fall within a lot of budgets. So have a look.
Yep.
The website. I keep mentioning it. I will keep mentioning it because that's where you're going to get your little extra details. And you can always contact Tris or one of the team, and they'll fill you in with other details. We have featured the inside of this one before, but we'll have a quick look here, as soon as the door's open.
Yeah.
That would have been a lovely place, well, it still could be a lovely place to sit and drive a car.
Yeah.
I think as the years tick by, we all become more appreciative of a comfy seat and a few creature comforts in a car. Now.
And a proper door close.
And nice, heavy.
Yeah.
Was the advert like a Golf?
Yes.
Well, it's a Mercedes. Maybe the Golf was like a Mercedes. Morris Minor. This one, is this up and running?
Yes, this one was driven here. So yeah.
This is, again, bread and butter of the British car industry. These are absolutely lovely. We're seeing quite a few of these around on the roads lately. Yeah. Probably because Claire's got quite an interest in them.
Yeah.
So. Algorithms, you know how algorithms work. Every time I put on YouTube, on our home TV, there'll be a Morris Minor video come up. She does like, I can see why. We bought a barn find one that's actually up and running.
Right, okay.
And I actually, when we got it home, I thought, actually, these are really nice. I've always down at them,
Yeah.
being a lad who is into these sporty little minis and things, but these
Yeah.
are actually lovely cars, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's a split screen as well,
Yeah.
so got slightly different design to a lot of the Morris Minors, on that part. So yeah.
And you can get parts for these. There's
Yeah.
a brilliant, well, it's got it here, Morris Minors Owners Club.
Yeah.
A great community around these cars. You'll find every YouTube video on how to fix anything on them.
Yeah.
These are a great car to get either, if you're already into cars, fine, but if you want to get started in the classic car world, absolutely great car to get you going.
Yep.
Have a look at that one, because I don't know what the price of this will be. I don't know if you have any idea what the guide price
Yeah,
is.
probably sort of three grand probably.
Yeah, that's a lovely car. You could have so much fun with that, and keep on top of it. You can have reliable fun with a car like that. That's the good thing about the Morris Minors.
Yep.
Going from life in the slow lane,
Yes.
this is fun. So this is a Tiger
Supra 6.
Super 6. Now this is a kit car
Yes. Yeah.
from the 90s.
Yeah. 1995 Ford engine.
Ford engine,
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
2 litre.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked the crib notes, so
You
I
did.
know it's a 2
You did.
litre. Yeah. Does it lift up, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, we're on the
Whoop.
air filter there, Chris.
There we go.
And this is actually MOT'd at the moment. So with a bit of due diligence, you could,
Or just
I
run it.
would, yeah,
Or just run it
carefree
around
attitude.
round the track.
You could buy this, get it insured, and drive it home.
Yep.
Like I say, a bit of due diligence, but it's MOT'd. I think it's got quite a reasonable MOT on it as well. I think it's next
Yep.
year. So I do that all the time. I've done it a few times, driven home from auctions.
Yeah.
It happens. So great bit of fun. Road registered, obviously, but as you just said,
Yeah, it's it's something you can have a great bit of fun in, and again, it's price range wise, 2.5, 3.5 grand
not
probably.
a lot of money. So
Yeah.
it could be a track day car if you wanted
Yeah.
it to be. It doesn't have to. You don't have to take it on the road, or you can even
Yeah.
drive to a track day.
Yep.
Don't put it in a wall and drive home again. Right. What else have we got here? Are these all in your sales?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
these weren't here when we came last.
No.
So I'm learning
Yep.
with you guys
Yeah.
some of the later additions to this auction. So you're going to have to bear with me.
Yeah.
At this point, I know nothing about these.
Yep. Mondeo ST200.
Oh, now that's a sexy model.
Yep. Rare.
I was talking about Claire,
Right,
not the
car.
car. No, the Mondeo ST200.
Yes.
And again, like a lot of your cars, I've noticed. We came up here the other day,
Yes.
or the other week, and we were looking at the barn find end.
Yep. 100%.
And now we've come back today, and I've
Few other-
noticed you have got some
A few others coming
top
in.
end,
Yeah.
but they're totally different
Yeah.
league.
Yeah.
They've all got their appeal, they've all got their market. This, I mean, can you tell me much more about it? I know that they're a sought after car. now.
Yeah.
They
Something
really are.
quite unusual about this is it's only 2 owners from new,
Right,
and the vendor has owned it since it was about a year old.
right. So that's
So-
long-term ownership.
Normally with cars like fast forwards, they've normally had 5 owners plus, where this has been looked after, garaged. It's all in its original paint, and as far as we can tell, it's all in its original paint, and I think it's done about 88,000 miles.
Right, that's not a lot at all. What we found as well, we've recently bought a car that was exactly the same. It was one owner had it for a year,
Yeah,
and then the previous owner to us had it for the rest of its life,
Yeah,
and did
yeah.
quite a few miles in it.
yeah,
But we took a lot of comfort in the fact that knowing that one owner had it and they did those miles,
Yeah.
they maintained it. It was
Yeah.
looked after.
Yeah.
Like you say, you don't always. It doesn't necessarily mean if a car's had more than, we've seen cars 25 owners. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
no, that's right.
But normally, if somebody's had a car for a long time and was this driven here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's been driven here. You
Yeah.
know that person's got the confidence,
Yeah.
and they've probably looked after it. So
That's a good car to put away as well.
yeah, it definitely these have
Because-
got so much.
Yeah, because they're of the age now where price wise, 3 to 4 grand, you could put that away, enjoy it, and hopefully it'll appreciate in
Yeah.
value, and like a lot of fast forwards have done.
Exactly, and like you say, I haven't looked right round it yet, but
Yeah, it's a
it
tidy
looks
car.
in very good condition. There's little bits you could do just to
Really tiny
make
little
it-
details, yeah.
tiny stuff, which is what a lot of people enjoy doing.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great car. I'm glad we've seen that today.
Yeah.
You know, we see a lot of like 70s and 80s Fords.
Yeah.
You know, for my liking, sometimes too many.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it can flood an auction.
Yeah.
To see this sort of era and to know that they're now collectible is great, because another thing people also say to us is, oh, you know, there can't be that many barn finds coming up in the future. This sort of car is collectible now.
Yeah.
In a few years' time, they'll be pulling these out of barns.
Definitely.
Saying, wow.
Definitely.
Noticed, I don't know if Claire can zoom in here. That's a local garage to us.
Is it?
Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So it's travelled a similar distance to us.
Yeah.
Right, moving on.
I don't know how many of these are left, the Mondeos, but you know, I don't think there's going to be that many of them left now, the ST200. So
we could have a quick look. There's a website.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't trust that website. But we'll have a quick look. We'll put that figure up anyway.
Yeah.
Claire will shout at me to tell her what the website address is. I think it's howmanyleft.co.uk, Claire.
Yeah.
And that will give you a rough idea of how many are registered, how many are sold. Yeah, like you say, probably not that many.
Sure.
XJ8.
Yeah.
Nice. Again, executive car at its time.
Yeah.
What size engine is that V8?
I believe it's a 4 litre, this one.
4 litre.
Yeah.
Possibly, looking at it, I've got an XK8 at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would it be a similar engine to that? Because that's a 4 litre as well. That's a lovely car to drive, so I'm assuming that's the same.
They are a nice vehicle to take out on Sunday trips.
Well, I took mine to Wales and back, and it just chewed up the motorway.
Yeah.
It was only ticking over, mate. It was like 2,000 revs.
Yeah.
70 miles an hour.
I think as well they're just a good price range car, you know, to have a bit of fun in. You know, you don't have to necessarily spend 20, 30 grand on a classic or a modern classic to just have the same sort of fun.
Totally with you on that. So do we know if this has a reserve?
It'd probably be about £2,000 or £3,000.
Really, as little as that. And looking at it, it is absolutely, I mean, you know, it's not spotless because no car of that age is really, unless it's a show car. Yeah. But it doesn't look like it's had a hard life. That interior, I'm looking from here.
It looks quite tidy.
The headrests, the bolsters and everything look good from here. There's a bit of fun.
Yes.
MX-5.
MX-5, yeah. Done about 28,000 miles from you.
That's nothing. That's not run in.
With a hard top.
Why hasn't it done more?
Lady had it, just doesn't use it very much, you know. Been owned by her for a lot of years, and just gave us the job of selling it, finding its new owner.
So it's got the hard top.
Yes.
I don't know how. I used to, many moons ago, I used to do a website for guys who imported the Unos Roadsters, and these go missing. How on earth do you lose a hard top? So to have the hard top is a bonus.
Yes, hard top, soft top.
You'd want it today, but when you can have the roof off and out in one of these, because these handle so well,
They're
don't
good
they?
car,
They have been a good car from the day they were made, and they continue to be a good car today, from what I understand. Yeah, they're reliable, they handle well. I used to go out and test drives around the country lanes in an absolute brilliant little car. I don't know why I've never bought one. Maybe I had my fun doing what I did there. You can't have every car that's ever made, but again, that's going to be a great car. Do we know anything else about guide price?
Probably around about £4,000 roughly.
£4,000, but that's a low mileage, well looked after. Yeah,
a lot of people tend to, you know, if you can buy a low mileage classic or a low mileage modern classic, they're a good one to put away. So.
Yeah. Put a few miles on in between.
Yeah,
that's not naughty, is it?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You've got to have your fun with it
that's
as well.
That's fine, yeah.
But we're going to have a look out in the rain now. It is easing a little bit. We'll just come back to you in a sec. We're going to scoot out round the corner, past all the modern cars. I don't know if you want to just pan round, Claire, because I want to give everyone an idea of how big this place is.
Yeah.
These are some of the modern, commercial. Tristan's probably going to shoot me for mentioning it because that's not his department. But no, I just wanted everyone to know that this auction house, they're a very professional, very large outfit. Okay, we've got a break in the weather. A little bit of sun peeping through up the top there. So we're going to brave it and come outside. We're going to rattle through some of these because we don't know how long this weather's going to hold.
Yep.
So Tris is going to tell us a little bit about each one, but when I say a little bit, it will be a little bit, and it's down to me, not him. So if you want to moan at me. Mercedes E280.
E280,
I've just been to look round the back. Bit of a project?
Yes. Yeah, it's been off the road for a few years. But
Ooh, a barn find?
Yeah.
We call anything that's been off the road for more than 5 minutes a barn find.
Yeah,
now.
drive
Makes
find.
our job easy.
Yeah. So yeah, E280, done 106,000 miles, but just needs a little bit of recommissioning, ready for the road. Yeah.
It's one of those, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
will see that. I mean, it's nice 4-door.
Yes.
Good car when they're done, but that does need some work.
Yep.
We're in that sort of area with some of these now we're going to look at.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Jeep?
Jeep Grand Cherokee, yeah, ladies owned it since it was about 4 years old. Done mega mileage, done about 150,000 miles, but she's now got to a stage where it's, you know, she's elderly and she wants a smaller car, so she's given it to us to sell. So probably same sort of money as the Merc, probably 1,500 quid-ish.
Yeah. That harks back to what we were saying before. That I like long-term ownership cars.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, a lot of cars that come into auction, you don't know the background of them.
Yeah.
They could have just been bought off Facebook Marketplace.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's a perfectly good way to make some money.
Yeah.
But when you know a little bit about the history, and this one's
A bit of provenance, yeah.
Yeah, you've got that provenance. There we are. We're talking like one of the, I was going to name them then, but one of the posh auction houses there. You know a little bit about. You know that they've had to keep this on the road, so they've had the servicing done. Probably. You can always check.
Yeah.
Keep
got
folded.
loads of bits and pieces with that as well. Got the leather interior and side steps, so it's a nice thing.
Nice car. I was just going to, before we go on to the next one,
Yep.
if people contact the auction house,
Yes.
I take it do you have a file that will have details?
Yes.
Because sometimes you just get a key.
Yeah.
Sometimes-
Yeah, no, you can ring up the office and they'll tell you what service
What's
history
in
we've
it.
got,
Yeah.
if we've got paperwork or not.
Brilliant. Extra keys,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So that's always worth asking,
Yeah.
because yours truly doesn't ask that because he's always in a hurry. And it's really annoying sometimes for me when I think I've bought a nice complete package and I've got one key.
Yeah.
And then it happens the other way round. You buy a cheap car,
Yeah.
and you've got the full set, like we did with
100%.
Claire's car.
Yeah. Little
BMW.
Z3,
Nice.
yeah. Is what it is. Just,
Is there a gym bag in there? Surely
Possibly.
you have to have a gym bag on the back seat,
Yeah.
I'm told, with it.
tennis racket.
Is this on the road? Is this a project?
From memory, that's on the road, I believe.
Yeah.
I would have to
But
just
could
check.
do with some...
Yeah.
Certainly
It's,
with a little
it's
bit
price, low
top.
price range, probably
Yeah.
about £1,000-ish.
Yeah, but like a nice enough car, lovely colour.
Yeah.
I just have a thing about green cars. this
Yeah.
year. I don't know why. Just seems to be the season for them.
Yeah.
Now we did briefly look at this when I came up before.
Yeah, Singer Gazelle, yeah.
Yeah, and these are a great car. Now this one, do you know too much about this?
Yeah, the lady, she put that and also another vehicle in the sale, which her and her husband owned for many, many years. I think from memory, probably about 30 odd years she's had this. Advancing years, and also the loss of her husband has rendered it not used for a few years.
Right.
So it was running up till about 3 or 4 years ago, but has been standing. Need a little bit of tinkering just to get it back on the road. But
So you may get away with just some fresh fuel and a bit
Hopefully
of tinkering.
fresh fuel
You
to-
can't guarantee that. But
yeah, but as far as we know, a bit of sorting the plugs and points out, and bit of fresh fuel and an oil change. Hopefully, he'll get it back on the road. So
So if you want a nice roots car that you can get up and running soon.
£1,500-ish.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
£2,000-ish.
getting tempted.
Yeah,
I can't wait till Saturday.
yeah.
Now, you're going to have to fill in many gaps with this one, Tris.
Yeah, unusual, but it is what it is sort of car. It's a diesel 205, which has been made to look like a GTI,
Yeah. Which wasn't uncommon.
but got a petrol engine.
Yeah, that was the
It's
bit.
a bit bizarre.
I'm sorry if you missed that. I was interrupting
yeah.
there. A diesel, 1.6 GTI replica, and they've taken the diesel engine out and put a petrol engine in. This is getting very, very confusing.
Yeah.
But it is, this one I believe, is it MOT'd? I
Yes,
think
yeah, it is,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
seeing it before and I was just intrigued.
Yeah,
Fair play, it's like,
yeah,
it's got It needs work, but it's got things going for it,
Yeah.
and also things that will keep the price realistic. So,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't
Probably
know
in the low hundreds or mid hundreds
Yeah.
to £1,000-ish
Yeah.
probably.
That could be a bit of fun. It's well worth a look at it. If you're sort of into Peugeots, have a look, because you'll know more about it. You'll know exactly what engine that is
Yeah.
and everything else, because that one threw me and then threw me again. It was like I was wrestling with Big Daddy with that one.
Yeah.
What do we got here then?
Ford Orion.
Onion.
All I call, onions as well, yeah. Yeah.
Lovely colour.
Believe that's one owner as well.
Again, don't see so many of these,
Yeah.
do we?
This one has been off the road for a long while, been barn stored in a bit of a collection.
Yeah.
Was running fairly recently, but it's probably not been on the road for 20 years. So
Really?
yeah.
It looked. I don't know whether the rain's done it a favour as well,
Yeah.
but it looks.
It's not got the
solid.
normal rust that
No.
they have around the rear arches. It's quite low mileage as well. Unusual car.
It was stored rather than
Yes.
forgotten about.
Yeah.
That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if it's
Because
locked
of the mileage, it was just and because back then it was probably quite a low value car. It was stored away because somebody thought, well, actually, it might be worth some money in the future.
Yeah.
Probably compared to how much it's cost to store it over the last 30 years, probably hasn't paid off. But,
No.
But
It's time to
yeah,
say
time
goodbye.
to go. Yeah.
But these are sort of gaining interest as well,
Yeah.
aren't they? Because
Yeah.
again, there's fewer of these.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're more likely to see an Escort
Yeah.
than an Escort.
And I think again, sort of similar price range as the other one, sort of 1,500
Yeah.
to £2,000 probably. Hopefully would rehome for that sort of money.
Lovely, lovely car. What do we got next then? Where do you want to start here?
Little bit of a project Cavalier CD.
Yeah.
Just is what it is.
Our guys love projects, so
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
Yeah, good spec,
what-
good spec car in the day. My dad had one,
Yeah.
which remember a very good car to roar up the A11 in.
Yeah, good family stroke reps car of the day, weren't they?
And they were quite a quick car as well, the 2 litre.
And the thing I love about this kind of era of cars, and we've pointed this out whenever we've gone anywhere.
Yeah,
Claire can't see it here, but
Yeah.
they nearly always have a tow bar on.
yeah, 100%.
Everyone used to tow back in the
Yeah.
day, and
Yeah.
now they make it so hard for you to
Yeah.
tow, don't they? It's,
It's sort of presented in sort of as it is condition. I mean, it's I think it's done about 110,000 miles. Obviously had the normal rear arch problems that they've had.
yeah.
We've got another Cavalier coming in as well, which is a 65,000 mile
Right.
limited edition version, which will probably be similar sort of money in the hundreds, late hundreds, early thousands.
So that'll be on your website.
Yeah, that'll
So
be later on in the
You've
week.
even
So
left it a parking space.
yeah,
There you go.
ready to go.
Now, how do you fancy something like this? We're
Yeah.
going to go around the front, because we can hide. Actually, we can hide here, Trish. You can't see
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
A bit of class.
Bentley Arnage, yeah.
Bit of class. These are a top car, aren't they?
Yep.
They're a lovely luxury car. What year are we looking at here?
99, I believe.
99. It looks.
Presence on the road. It's got the tinted rear windows.
It wasn't Alan Sugar's or something like
It
that.
may
was
well
it?
have been. Yeah,
They're timeless though, aren't they? You
Yeah.
can put a private plate on there,
yeah,
and nobody will be able to guess what year it was. I'm sure.
yeah,
Some smart Alec will, but is it going to be locked?
yeah, yeah.
Chris, I was
I
going to
know.
drive that one home and
Yeah.
swap it for a Mercedes.
And also, you look at the price of it. That probably £9,000-ish.
Yeah.
It's the same money as like a 10-year-old Golf GTI or something.
exactly.
And obviously, people tend to look at you more when you're driving one of these, hopefully for good reasons. So
Certainly, go and pick the kids up from the prom and
Yeah.
do that sort of thing. But
get all the parents talking when you're picking up your kids from school. So
I mentioned before, I've been driving, not quite this level, but
Yeah.
an old executive car from the 90s.
Yeah.
And it is a nice feeling, especially because, again, the one I've got, the Jaguar XK8,
yeah,
it's another timeless kind
Yeah,
of shape.
definitely.
It just looks nice. I parked it next to Ferraris
Yeah.
and all sorts. Didn't feel out of place.
No,
you
that's
could
right.
spend, like you say, we don't know what it is. It's an auction, but
yeah,
say 9 grand, 10 grand, whatever,
Yeah.
even upwards of that. you could park next to Ferraris
Yeah,
and feel
100%.
you're part of the gang.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to have six-figure cars
Yeah.
to be living the six-figure
No,
car
that's right,
lifestyle.
yeah.
Look, it's a champagne car on a beer budget.
Yeah.
Have a look at that one. That's superb.
Definitely.
We keep doing this. We
Yeah.
go from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this is ridiculous as in bad,
Yeah.
but look at this lovely little run around here. This makes the lady behind the camera smile
Yeah.
a lot, because this brings back memories for her.
Yeah.
Claire had one of these, and if I don't strap her hands behind her back on Saturday,
Quite a cool little quirky car,
Yeah.
Fiesta. Got the pepper pot wheels off an earlier Mark II Fiesta, I'd have thought. And yeah, so
that looks
you could use it as it is, or
Yeah.
do a bit of titivation on it, but you know, in the hundreds again.
really, that would be, like you say, a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Do we know if it's got an MOT?
Yes, it is MOT,
Oh, it's
yeah.
MOT, so
Yeah.
it is. I've noticed there are little bits that, like you mentioned, could be tidied up
Yeah.
along the way, but it's what they call like a rolling restoration.
Yeah, exactly.
You can even have some summer fun with it.
Yeah.
Do the work in the winter.
Yeah.
Bring it out next
Definitely.
year, and it looks spotless, because it isn't a lot. I'm just noticing little bits, but
And it's got a factory sunroof.
factory sunroof. There you go.
Not like the Britax ones that they used to pop in, and you used to fill them with bath sealant
Yeah, I
when they
remember
leak.
that, and I'm sure you've been on the receiving end of some of those after
Yeah.
they've been stored a while, and
Yeah.
smells nice in there.
Yeah.
doesn't it? But no, that's a great little car,
Yeah.
and for not a lot of money, and
Yeah.
I'm really pleased, because they can't see Claire smiling there, but I know
Yeah.
she loves that car.
Yeah.
Now, little engine,
3.5.
fairly big engine,
3.5.
3.5 litre Rover V8.
Yep.
What do we know?
Owned by the same family for many years, reluctantly selling, drives, starts, moves. But obviously got quite sort of a patina on the bonnet,
Yes.
and the rest of the body. But it's something that you could either, as a talking point, use as it is with a bit of recommissioning, or you could go to town and do a big resto on it, whichever you prefer.
Absolutely. What's the interior like? I noticed like there's the little crack in the dashboard.
Yeah.
That's
It's going to be
quite common.
sold whatever it makes, so
Oh right, no reserve.
No
on this
reserve.
one? Oh, brilliant.
yeah, gentleman who would put it in as, yeah,
He just wants it gone now.
it's been in their family for so long. He just said, look, you know, he's never going to get round to doing it. So
It must
the
happen
way
a
it
lot. You
goes.
leave it there thinking
Yeah.
one day, and then you get to the point
Yeah.
you're like, no,
Yeah.
it's taking up space. I could be
Yeah.
putting all sorts of other junk in the
yeah,
garage.
exactly.
So that's going to go.
Yeah,
Another Rover,
yeah, another Rover.
slightly earlier.
Rover 95. Been off the road for a long while again. There's quite a few of the barn finds have been sat.
We like those.
But yeah, again, you know, another little runabout that somebody could buy probably for in the high hundreds. So
As cheap as that. I'm surprised. I mean, I hope for your sake it goes more, but
Yeah.
you're the auctioneer, you know these things.
Yeah.
I'm looking inside here, they're quite spacious, aren't they?
yeah,
This is a big car.
Yes.
I mean, let's have a look at where we're parked. So the nose is at the front of the P6 there, and we're slightly longer.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
when you look at it in my head, I kind of get, because of the shape, I get the Morris Minor-y type image. It's going to be a more compact
Yeah.
car. But this is quite a big car.
they're a
with
bit of a tank. So
big
yeah,
boot, yeah.
yeah.
Fun to drive?
Very wallowy,
Right, yeah, fun then.
very wallowy.
Fun if you get it wrong, I should
yeah,
think.
yeah,
No, that's lovely. I love the radio and everything in there as well.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
yeah,
No, but I'm going to be interested to see that. We're learning
Yeah.
as we go along. We're
Sure.
not learning just about
yeah,
YouTube.
exactly.
We're learning all that stuff. We're learning about how auctions work.
Yeah.
And we're learning what prices are.
Yeah, exactly.
Because prices, you can go on eBay and find
Yeah.
one price
Yeah,
that has their level. You go on Facebook, they have their level. It used to be classified
dealer
as
prices.
dealer,
you know.
yeah, dealer prices.
Yeah.
And we notice a lot of cars from auctions that do appear with dealer prices
Yeah,
about 7 hours after the auction finishes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we learn it, and I
Yeah.
hope that some people watching this come here and come to wherever you are, if this one you can bid online, like I say, if it's too far, but you'll have an auction house somewhere near you. Help all of this industry out, but not just for their sake, but for your sake. You can come here. We take the kids.
Yeah.
Claire took some footage. She's just had a bacon roll.
Yeah,
so
have
that's
some
the
food.
other reason she's smiling. You've got a lovely cafe here. It really is nice. And like I say, Claire's done a little bit of footage, and she'll show that probably whilst I'm waffling on about it now. And it's like a day out. It's not too long, is it? Roughly how long will this auction?
Normally we sell about sort of 30 lots an hour.
So we're talking a couple of hours.
2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe a
will
bit
be
of
done.
tinkering. Yeah. So you're coming in 12 o'clock start on Saturday.
12. Well, the gates open at 9.
Yeah.
We'll have auto jumbles set up. Yeah, there's a few auto jumble stalls.
Oh, brilliant. There you go.
And then you can come along, bid at the sale from 12 o'clock, and also you can come and view the day before as well if you want as well.
And probably all done and dusted by 3.
Yes.
And come all day the day before. So if you want to have a proper look, we have got more cars to look at. Don't worry, we're not finishing just yet. But you can come down. You can do all the checks under the bonnet and everything. But if you want, grab a set of overalls, get underneath, have a look. You won't be able to drive them, I'm sure, because there's a lot of people around here.
We can start them up for you, but yeah.
So that's going to be manpower permitting, I thought. Does it get quite busy on viewing days?
Yeah, definitely.
And is it just you?
No, it'll be me. It'll be me doing obviously the setting up, as well as my colleagues will be parking them and also doing any if they want them started as well.
Yeah. So you've got people around who can help out.
And also in the office, we've got people in the office who'll be able to show you paperwork and register you to bid, because you need to you need to register for a bidder number. So
exactly, yeah. So do get here a little bit early if you're going to leave it till Saturday.
Yeah.
And these guys, they'll do everything to help you. They're not trying to force you to buy anything. I've done it before. You register and bid. You don't win anything. You say goodbye at the end of the day. There's no hard feelings. You're not expected to buy anything.
No, definitely not.
It's just all part of the process.
Yeah.
Right, let's get back to the cars, because they're the stars.
Yep. Dodge.
Yep. It's a right-hand driver?
Yeah. Unusual car, because it's got a later Ford engine that somebody's put in it to make it maybe a little bit more reliable, easy to use.
We filmed earlier. You've got the original.
We've got the original engine to it as well. It's a bit of a unusual, with the wood wheels as well.
Yeah. What era is this?
I believe it's sort of early 30s.
Right.
And it's a unusual car, but price range, somewhere in the 2,000 sort of mark, 2 to 3 grand.
I wish I'd done a little bit more research, because I don't know how long this has been in the UK and whether it's been used a lot over here. But it's, like I say, it's a right-hand drive.
Yes.
It's on UK plates, so there's no worries with regards to that. It's got, like you say, it's got the engine transplant, so it's been used over here. I think it's quite intriguing, and whether it was used for weddings or something like that.
I think it probably was a wedding car, which is probably why they put it on the more reliable engine. Yeah. Just for reliability's sake.
You do not want to break down and upset a bride, do you?
No.
So that's an interesting vehicle.
Yep.
Interesting. My word. This one's a big one.
Bentley.
The actress to the bishop.
Yeah.
This is, well, I'm just looking. The reason I'm saying it's parked up against the curb like everything else, and it's sticking out here.
Yes.
It's in a different postcode, the front to the rear, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. Massive car.
That is a big car. What can you tell me about the Bentley?
Just a sort of a one that's not been used very much recently, so it's something that probably make in around about 2 grand mark, probably.
You're kidding
2 to 3 grand.
It's worth paying that just to look at it.
Yeah. Got the green leather as well.
Are all the doors open?
Yes.
Have a look inside there with green leather. Look, you're just trying to tease me with the greens now. It's even got some green garden string or something in there. No, it's pinstriping there, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes they don't, they just bring them and leave them exactly as they are.
Why not?
I know.
Why not? I sometimes think if something's tidied up too much and it shouldn't be, what are they hiding?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's some pinstriping in there.
Yeah.
They've obviously would have done a nice job.
Yeah.
Didn't need to hide it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of spare if you scratch
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
So there you go.
Good.
Wow, so you can own a Bentley for that
Yep.
sort of money. We've got to keep reiterating it is an auction, so
Yes.
you don't know.
You don't know what
Sometimes these things go for
Yeah, they
more,
sometimes do
less.
go for more or less.
Yeah, yeah. But there will be some sort of reserve on one like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But a sensible.
Yeah.
Well, crazy reserve.
Yeah,
really,
hopefully,
isn't it?
yeah.
So I do like Saabs.
Yeah.
Never owned a Saab, so maybe I should. Do we know much about this one?
It's privately owned, had it for quite a few years, but literally brought to us in this condition, not been tarted up or
No.
anything. It's as you see it. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, going to make sort of 1,000, 1,500 quid probably.
Interior doesn't look like it's been
No,
hammered.
no, it's been well looked after, I think.
It's kind of at the, you know, it's a project car now,
Yeah,
but yeah, it does look in fairly presentable condition.
yeah.
We don't know. I haven't started it. I don't know if is this a runner?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's a runner, so there's a bonus for you.
Yeah.
It's running. It's half the work done. Now this was not here when
Yeah.
I came last,
No, this one.
and half of it still isn't here.
No.
Or is it?
No,
Is it in the boot?
it's a GT4.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a knock in the front,
Right.
but obviously they're very sought after.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But unfortunately, it needs that bit sorted out,
Yeah.
and obviously the rest of the paintwork and what have you. But 500 quid, £1,000,
Is it a reserve on it?
that sort of money, yeah.
Yeah. and
So
that-
you won't ever buy. I don't think you'll ever find one. I mean, it's worth that for parts.
absolutely. Yeah.
Being a GT4. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be either something that will assist somebody to restore another one, or
Yeah.
somebody will buy bits for it and get it back on the road.
I
so
mean, there's guys that will repair
Yeah,
things a lot worse.
they'll be
than
able
it.
to repair
Can
that.
I just sidle past
Sure.
you and have a quick
Yeah.
look? Because, like I say, I haven't seen this. There's a fair
Yeah.
few.
it's
bits
got
and
some
pieces in the
broken
back.
bits inside by the looks of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I know the guy who bought it
Yeah.
a few years ago, again to do it, hasn't had the time to do it.
Right.
But yeah, UK car.
That's a great find. I don't know how you find come on.
Yeah.
Well, I do. The people ring you up and say I've got them. But,
Yeah.
you know, people are always amazed that these. Well, it's virtually a barn find. These sort
Yeah.
of cars just keep appearing. We keep getting told that they must run out one day. Well, they don't.
They don't know.
No, I said it before. You know, some of these cars will be put into a barn and reappear
Yeah,
again in 20
exactly.
years. Even the modern cars.
Yep. Yep.
The Jeep we've done before.
We've
4 litre.
seen that. Yep, 4 litre Jeep.
It was taken off the road, we think, in 2005.
Long while ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was. There was a
Had a bit of an
insurance
accident.
claim. Yeah.
On that front corner somewhere, and hasn't really been, I don't think, properly repaired. So
No.
it's as it is. But yeah, again, you know, when it's done, it might be 6 to 8 grand.
Yeah.
But as it is, maybe a grand, probably 1,500 quidish. So
Lot going for it.
Yeah.
We had a look round this one before. It is, I believe, in our other video, we did
Yeah.
the 6 barn finds
Yep.
when we came here. So you can see a bit more about that in that video, or as we keep saying, go to East Anglian Motor Auctions website.
yeah,
You'll find photos. Come and have a look. That's the best way,
Yeah.
seriously.
yep,
We featured this one as well.
Yeah.
This is, to me, this is, you know, of all of the cars here,
Supercars.
except the one. Do not pan that way yet, Claire. No. The one car at the end is the one I wish I'd seen before, because this is my standout car of the last visit.
yeah,
Little black one at the end.
Yeah.
I'm really keen to see in a minute.
Yeah.
But let's focus on this one.
yep.
What can you tell us?
Twin turbo GTO. Yeah, it's again just. I think the chap had owned it quite a lot of years, and yeah, just been sat,
Right. And
unfortunately.
when we said before about the cars like the Saab, where they just kind of, and the Bentley, I think, leave them as they are.
Yeah.
So it's the Bentley.
Yeah,
This one is great for that, because
Yeah.
there's just loads of
similar to the GT4. It's
yeah.
just
stuff in the back.
yeah, people just leave them, and
spend an afternoon
lose
going through
interest.
that, won't you? Hoping you find a wallet or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, there's even a Winnie the Pooh in there. I think we've probably mentioned that before. But
Yeah.
that's a great project. I love these. I really do like these.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese cars of that era. That's one of the best Japanese
Yeah, it's
cars
good.
of that era.
Good car.
That'll be nice.
Yep.
Now,
Audi
what do we
convertible.
think of Audi drivers? I think they're all right, don't you? We both share a friend
Yes.
who's
Yes.
got an Audi, don't we?
Audi, yes, yeah, we have. Actually, he's completely different. So he's not the normal Audi driver.
No,
but
no, he indicates. Anyway, he sent me a video of him indicating the other
yeah,
night.
but I
Genuinely.
get jokes because it's BMWs. And,
Ah.
yeah.
Anyway, if you'd like to sample a bit of Audi
Yes.
with a soft top,
Yep.
what else do they need to know?
It's not been tarted up, literally as it is, with its warts and all. Yeah, so it could be a grand, 1,500 quid-ish.
Scrape on the back
Needs
there.
a bit of paint work, body
Yeah.
work.
What was that, about 1996, 97,
Yes.
something like that, yeah?
Yeah. Warts and all.
Not a great deal of money?
No, about 50,000, 1,500 pounds
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. No, that'd be nice car again. No, lovely colour.
Yeah,
Like we said, it's a project. It needs some
yeah.
tightening up, but okay. Educate me.
Trabant.
Model?
I believe it's a 601, is it?
Yeah, I think that's the only one I know, so I'm hoping
Yeah,
it is.
601S. S, that might mean it's got a radio.
Wow. It appears to have like a truncheon sticking out of the side of the gear stick there, side of the steering wheel there.
Yeah, that's the gear lever.
That is, it's like an old policeman's truncheon, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
It's quite something else, that is, and some
Yeah.
pictures. Is that the actual car?
Yes,
My word.
that's where the Berlin Wall is.
Really? Is that?
Yeah, that's the Berlin Wall in front of
So they're
the
German,
car
are they?
parked in front of the
Or are they
Berlin
the other
Wall.
side of it?
That's the Brandenburg Gate
Right.
in Germany, Berlin. So that's parked in front of the Berlin Wall before it was pulled down.
So it's got some history, this one.
Yeah,
Is that the same owner that did that? Do you know?
I think it was a previous owner.
Right. They've kept it.
Yeah.
Along with it. Oh wow! What a cool tail. And it's green. I like it.
Yes.
No, that's quirky. That's fun.
Would you describe it as pea green, or would you describe it as something else?
I could go for an American graffiti reference here, but I'll probably never be invited back.
Yeah.
No, I don't. It's lighter than pea green. It's almost like a lime, isn't it? If you mix peas and lime together, what would that be like? I don't know. That
Mushy peas.
mushy pea. There you go, mushy pea green.
Yes. that's
But
the
no,
one.
good fun car. If you're an MD, managing director of your own company, look,
Yep.
you've even got a private plate on there.
Yep.
Now this one,
Yep.
MGB GT V8.
Genuine V8 UK car.
As soon as I saw this, I asked you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Is it a genuine? Because a lot of these
Yeah.
were, converted afterwards.
Even got the original mossy carbuncles on the roof.
But this is a genuine factory
Yes.
V8.
Yeah.
And I think this is an iconic.
Believe it or not, the guy who owns this had a load of restoration work done about 15 years ago, but it hasn't held up very well
Right,
at
okay.
all. So it needs fully restoring.
It needs fully restoring now, does
Yeah.
it? I'm just looking,
Yeah.
because I haven't seen this. I saw it appear on your website
Yeah.
the other day. I didn't even, because we came in through a different gate this time.
Yeah.
Until just then, I hadn't even seen it.
Yeah.
But I said to Claire on the way up here, oh, if we can, I want to start with the MGB GT
Yeah.
V8 because I think it's such a great, iconic car. And then it peed down with rain and I changed my mind.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so full restoration needed.
Got plenty of things going for it, but it is a project.
Yeah, and
No
does this
getting
have
away from
a guide price?
3 to 4.
3 to 4
Grand.
grand, but they're worth that, aren't they, all day long? And
Yeah, I mean, done. It's probably a 15 to 20 grand car.
yeah, and everything's doable on these.
Yes.
You've got a club, you've got parts, you can go to places like Rimmer Brothers and that
Yep,
and just get pretty
exactly.
much everything off the shelf.
Yep.
What a great car to look at. I'm not an MG guy, but I like these.
Yeah,
you
they-
know,
They have got a good following, so
yeah, I just think great car, and they sound great as well. They're just
yeah.
beautiful. Well, that is well worth a look. As Tristram has said, it is a project, so do check it out properly before you bid.
Yes.
But it's definitely worth coming up and having a look. Although we're at a classic and retro auction, as is often the case, you've got some what we call future classics
Future
here.
modern classic.
Yeah, sporty cars. This pair.
Yeah.
What a tasty pair to have. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to object to you having these in a classic and retro auction at all.
Yeah.
Come and have a look at these, Claire. So we've got the Golf
R32.
R32,
Yeah.
the Astra VXR
Correct.
on its private plate. Does
Yeah.
that come with it?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, let's try and do these as a package, his and hers.
Yeah.
here.
2005 Astra.
Yeah.
Done about 88,000 miles. Has been played with, so it's a bit more speedy.
More speedy. They're quite
Yeah.
a quick car anyway.
Yeah,
aren't
they are.
Yeah.
And then obviously next to it you've got the R32, which is similar sort of mileage, and they're both similar sort of price as well, so 6 to 8 grand.
And so the battle here is going to be which one do you want? It'd be
Which one
interesting
do you
to know.
want?
If you're
Which one would you go for?
you guys watching this video, guys and girls, put below in the comments, please, what would you rather have? The black Astra VXR or the blue Golf R32? Myself, I kind of like the black, I like the stealth, but then I know that these Golfs are awesome too, so I'll flip a coin on that
Yeah,
myself.
3-door or 5-door?
Yeah. They've got it all going for them. They're a nice car to have in an auction like this, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're gonna sound good as well.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they'll turn a few heads on the day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've got a few more cars in the car park to look at. Then we're gonna wind up, hit the road, and let Tris get on because he has got a lot to do. He's got to try and juggle all these cars into some sort of position ready for Saturday when they've got to be.
Yeah.
Friday they've got to all be in position, really,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
And the car park we're in now, is this where you'll have most of them
Yeah, so some of them will be parked outside here, but
for viewing?
all of the viewings, all of the cars will be parked up in lines on the other side of the building. So
Right, lovely. So
with everything will have a lot number on it, so
Yeah.
you can get a catalogue from the office,
brilliant.
and then it will tell you brief details and the estimates as
Yeah.
well. So.
Well, let's try and scoot along, and we'll see if we can do this in one shoot and
Yep.
give Claire a bit of a further test with her editing skills.
Yep.
Claire doesn't want me to mention the Figaro because she doesn't want anyone else to bid on it.
Okay.
Because no, she loves these. Absolutely loves these. Didn't you have 3 of these?
We had 3 in the last sale. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. They're like buses. You're waiting
Yes.
ages for one to come along, and then 3 come along.
Yeah.
Just the one in this auction.
Yes. Yeah.
But this one's up and running. Isn't it? This
Yep.
one's MOT'd.
Yep.
These are a great car. They looked, I've said it in another video, they looked retro when they were launched. Now they are retro,
Yeah, indeed.
and they are just a fun car.
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
good fun. Automatic. Yeah. Little engine in them. So yeah.
So
Easy to park.
loads of people are interested in these. I know that. I know my daughter likes them.
Yeah.
Speak to other people. I'm sure there's plenty of blokes who like them. I tend to find them, people I speak to, a lot of the women love the Figaros.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I'm probably not allowed to be old-fashioned, but
Yeah,
I am
sure.
of a certain age. But girls love these, don't they?
Yeah.
Is this in it?
Yes.
What can you tell? Oh, look, we could even find out.
Fiesta gear.
This is nice. Has the customer done this?
Yeah, sometimes they do put
Ah.
a little write up and pop them in the window.
Is that a good idea? I'd do that.
People can do it if they,
Yeah.
you know, if
I
they want.
would do that myself.
We tend to let the people know, obviously, when they're in the sale room.
Yeah.
But some people do want to put them in the window. So
Well, it's good for people like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know how long the car's been here, but someone that could be coming to a modern auction,
yes,
walk past, oh, I'll have a little look at that.
yeah,
And
exactly.
they may not have known about it before.
No.
So that's, every little helps.
Indeed.
I'm sure I should trademark
Indeed,
that
indeed.
slogan, shouldn't I? So had the weather been a bit nicer, Golf Cabriolet, I'm not sure it's a GTI. It's got badges on, but I would have to check that, and I'm not going to do it right now. You can have a look on the website for that.
Yep.
But lovely looking car. Sort of looks belie its age, don't they? It looks fairly new. But what year is that?
About 96.
Yeah. So we're talking 27, 28 maybe years old.
Yeah.
Well, obviously well looked after and loved.
Yeah. Had a few sort of modern details put on
Yeah.
it. So.
Do you know much about it?
But it was brought in, I think, the last couple of days, and yeah, it's probably £1,000, £1,500 probably.
Nice car, especially we're going to have a long hot summer.
Yeah.
Get the roof down, enjoy it, make the most of it.
Yeah. Porsche 944 Cabriolet.
These are sought after, aren't they?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this one?
Just a sort of an honest looking 944 Cabriolet, just needing a little bit of titivation, bit of clean up. It's just presented in as it's arrived condition.
Do you know if it was driven here?
Yes, it was. Yeah, probably want about £5 to £6 grand for it, I think. Yeah, from memory.
But we checked that on the website.
Yeah.
I'm really putting Tris to the test here. It is hard to remember everything that's going on. But not a fantastic amount of money, but for a fantastic car. So, and as Tris has said, doesn't need. It would benefit from a little bit of titivation, but you could. Yeah. As long as it's MOT, just drive it as it is. Not every car has to look like the day it was made.
Yeah. Good.
And, here we go again.
Moggy Minor.
The camera will be quivering now, Trish, as Claire sees another Morris Minor.
Put your picnic in the back.
This is beautiful, yeah.
Off to the beach.
This is the only thing. Let me just check. Oh, I like the registration as well, bruh. Yeah, bruh. I listened to too many children's YouTube things playing in the background. Yeah. Bruh. So, I was going to say, Claire, this one hasn't got any rear seat belts, but it hasn't got any front ones, I don't think, either. So, not for you, this one, sweetheart. Sorry. This one has already got interest on our YouTube channel, Tris.
Yes, Humber Hawk.
Would do, wouldn't it? Because it's the one I like.
Automatic.
We featured this in our other video. Again, we'll link to it down below. Starts, because you left the keys in it and I started it last time. It looks like it was a stalled restoration of some sort. I mean, we're only guessing. You can't take this as gospel, but when you looked at the boot, it had looked like it had a new boot full pan in. It was little bits and pieces that were done.
They go through various different hands and have different amounts of restoration done to person's the person's expertise, and but it's obviously still presentable and got the patina that people like of a car that age.
I didn't move it, so I don't know if the brakes work. So if I was going to buy it, I'd get it trailered home. Yeah. A lunatic may not.
Doesn't need MOT.
Doesn't need. No, it's MOT exempt, but that doesn't mean.
But you have to make sure it
needs to still be to an MOT
roadworthy.
Yeah. But this is a great car, and I like this car. A bit like with the Figaro, I didn't want to dwell on that too much in case Claire, gets outbid on it.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Don't bid on this because it's too nice. No, we like this. We like that. Yeah. We'd go home with something like that for sure. There were a couple of others.
Yes.
Let's squeeze through this way, past all these jelly mould cars. The Mini's not in there then, because these are starting to appear in classic auctions.
No.
Is that a staff or a...
That's just in another auction.
Another auction? Yeah. Get one a little bit earlier. That'll be into yours. The Y-Reg ones, I learnt the other day, there is a Y-Reg register for them.
Probably is, yeah.
Because that was, I think, the first year.
First year, definitely.
So, Mazda.
Bongo.
Friendy.
Everyone needs a bongo in their life.
And I've got a friend. I'll give him a shout out here because I know that some of my friends watch the channel, but if Claire could, I'm going to make her come back. She's going to hate me, look. Friend Mike and Steph, they call their daughter Pud. So there you go. This is the one for you guys, the perfect family getaway vehicle. Do we know much about this? Claire's having a walk round.
Been off the road for a while again. Yep. Stalled, restoration, getting it back on the road, but it's 500 quid-ish. Yeah. When you see a lot of them that are advertised for 5-10 grand, you could put some money into this and hopefully make it a decent usable little camper van.
Yeah, they make them as like a day van, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of them. So, you know, for seaside trips
Yeah.
or the odd night away.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a full-on camper conversion, but...
You could even turn it into a van.
Oh, yeah, you could just leave it as it is.
Yeah.
But you've got the bike rack, is that, on the
Yes.
back there?
Yeah.
Does the roof pop?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It's,
Yeah.
It's taller than us, mate. We're not...
Yeah. It's even got a baseball cap as well.
Free baseball cap.
Yes.
Does it have? Yeah, it has a side sliding door.
Yeah.
As Trish has pointed out, it's stalled restoration. It does still need some work. I think did Claire drive it at some point? I'm not sure.
Possibly.
But yeah, it's there for you to see.
Yes.
So come and have a look at that. That could be a great one. I'm sure they're not that difficult to find parts for either.
No.
So perfectly doable. Japanese, always a good bet.
Yep.
And we like a Cougar, don't we, mate?
Oh, I love a Cougar.
Yeah. Another one that you don't see that often now. You got the, you know, like the Probes, the Pumas,
Yeah.
and the Cougars. They kind of just fell off the road, didn't
Yeah.
they? They just vanished overnight. And what do we know about this one?
I believe this has done about 68,000 miles off the top of my head. Bodily, it's pretty good. Could be a grandish,
Yeah.
maybe. V6, unusual car.
With the obligatory tow bar.
Yeah, unusual to see one of these with a
I
tow
was going
bar.
to say, yeah, of the era.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one with
The
a tow
tow
bar.
bar's right, but yeah, on a car like this, mind you, I've seen classic minis pulling boats, so nothing surprises me these days. But you say this is a bit of a project, is it? This one?
I think it just needs a little bit of titivation,
Yeah.
not a lot, but I mean it's
Lovely interior, isn't it?
yeah, 69,000 miles. Just looked on the clock.
Yeah. And it's obviously got a battery fitted because the
Yes.
digital clocks
Yeah.
are working.
Yeah, it has been driving here, so
Do you have much interest in?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they are sort of gaining a bit of interest now.
Yeah.
These cars. So got the sunroof as well. So
I just noticed we do still. I thought this was the last car. I don't know how I missed.
Cadillac.
Would that be the last car?
Yes, pretty
Right.
much. Yeah.
And you've still got some coming in, haven't you?
Yeah, we're closing entries tomorrow lunchtime, so Wednesday lunchtime. So,
Yeah.
but we have got a few still
Booked
trickling
in
in.
that haven't
Yeah.
arrived, and then you might get some between now because I don't know if
Yes.
we'll get this up by lunchtime tomorrow.
No.
But you may still, if
Yep.
I let you answer your phone at some point. So we're going to finish on, like I say, I don't know how I walk past it because it's the size of a house. Cadillac Eldorado.
Yeah.
Now I walked past this earlier. It is quite something. I was saying to Tristram then, it's almost like they got to an Italian styling of that era. I looked at that and I thought certain Maseratis and that
Yeah.
of that era had that look. Again, this bloody green is just everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
luring me in.
Yeah.
I love this. I think this is quite an interesting beast. It looks lovely inside.
Yeah.
What else do you know about it?
I believe the guy's not had it that long, but yeah, I think probably fuel economy and what have you.
Yeah.
Bit of a sort
Worked
of
against him a little
against the
bit.
factor. Yeah.
But I don't know. I couldn't tell you first thing about these. I don't know how easy they are to maintain.
Yeah,
the
that
good thing
unusual
is
car.
now, though, the world's become a smaller place with the internet.
Yeah.
The knowledge,
Yeah.
the spare parts.
Yeah, you get specialists that deal in
You do.
American cars,
Yeah,
so
or
yeah.
you can just go to an American specialist in America and
Yeah.
say, I need this.
definitely.
They'll be able to help you out.
Yeah.
A big car, obviously.
Electric seats.
What do it, when this was launched, would this have been an executive car? It's hard to tell. It's not got the 4 doors.
Yeah.
So it's not a limo-y
It's a bit of an
car.
unusual sort
Yeah.
of.
It's a masses of space. I mean, you could literally sit back in there and sleep, couldn't you, in
Yep.
the front?
Yep.
It's just huge in there.
Yep.
But it's nicely trimmed, but very understated. It's not like there's no loads of bling. It's
Yes.
just what's in there is
Exactly,
nice. It's I don't know. It's a nice thing. It's like I say,
A
not
bit of a laugh for £1,000, 1,500 quid.
yeah,
probably.
and it'd be nice. I'd be intrigued to know the sort of person who buys it and what
Yeah.
their intentions are. You
Yeah.
often wonder, don't you? And
Yeah.
you never hear about them again.
No. Correct.
But anyway, that was a tour of East Anglian Motor Auctions,
Yep.
classic and retro car and bike sale, 24th of June,
Yep.
Saturday. We'll put their website below. I want to say thank you to Tris.
Thank you very much,
That's
too.
been an absolutely pleasure coming
Thank
up
you very
here.
much.
Thank you for the bacon roll that we had in between that we didn't mention.
They are the best bacon rolls locally.
Well, apparently there's a little bit of auction house rivalry going on here, and they are the best bacon rolls locally. Claire has volunteered to actually go national on this and
Right,
do a test for us
Oh,
around all the
okay,
auction
good
houses
idea.
of Great Britain.
Good idea.
We're going to come back Saturday, if that's
Yep,
all right, as
sounds
long as we
good.
haven't disgraced ourselves today.
No, it's good.
We may have a little bid.
Yeah.
We'd like to film, if that's okay, a couple of the cars going through,
Yeah.
maybe the barn findy types,
Definitely.
and some of the ones that we think will appeal to our viewers.
Sounds good.
But, no, we wish you all the best. We hope
Sounds
it's going to
brilliant.
be a great auction. Thank you very much, mate.
Nice to
We
see
must
you.
do it again
Nice to see you.
sometime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.